Nico, I just wanted to go over this real quick. For these blog articles, I had noticed that there was more than one H1. Actually, in this article, there was a third H1 because there was a blank line. Wix is a pretty terrible platform for SEO. WordPress is a lot better. If you go into the blog and you choose any post, this was the post that had the problem. Just by having an additional line in here, or if you were to, this little symbol here actually means there's a blank line here, and this here tells you what the A tag or what the HTML code is for that line. So if you were to change this to that and leave it blank, when you go to, I use SEO Minion, which is a plugin for Chrome, it would have a blank line here or an additional blank one of these, which really can affect your SEO score. In general, it confuses the search engines. So to optimize this, it's fairly simple. You go over to the SEO tab, and something you'll see here, one of the issues is this, anything with a red exclamation is obviously a problem. So if you drop down, it's going to show you that this doesn't have an alt tag. I've been trying in some of the newer blogs to offer you the metadata and some additional info. Some of these blogs I've reached out and had other people write, so they don't have that. I'm going to show you the process I use. So I would go down to a picture like this and either copy it or you could just, if you had the picture somewhere, if you had already saved it, actually I don't even know if this works without ChatGPT Pro, but you can just drop it in, and I've already given it this prompt, which I can share with you, and it'll provide caption. You can always help it out as well and tell it that you want to optimize it, and when you're optimizing anything, generally the keyword, the key phrase, or the focus keyword is always going to be the title. So you can say, also, one of the most effective methods I've noticed is whichever the H2 tag is for the image, which also generally ends up being the descriptions, is you were to use this, you can just use any of the H2s on the page, as a matter of fact, and it will provide you, again, with these items. So now that we have that, something too is this will save you a lot when you copy paste, and from a syntax error, a lot of times they provide you with the quotations, and then you'll copy it and paste it into some field where it will cause errors, and it's awfully difficult to find the error once you've already copied it. So a lot of times I lead all prompts with this as an additional. So back into here, we'd go into this image, edit the image. Sorry, just do this. You'd go here in the settings for this image. Right here you see alt text. And I would add that alt text. Now you'll see all these are completed. As far as a focus keywords, this is only something for Wix, and you don't have to do this. There's lots of other tools. Maybe you use something. But if you're looking to optimize something, that should be your keyword. Then it'll tell you, additional things you can do. You can go through and try to add, so you can just follow these instructions and see, what you can change. And a lot of times I even do, you can just take this entire article, or I actually have that, the Word document. I just haven't taken the time to over optimize these because they were already humanized. But I a lot of times this will provide what you need, or it'll over optimize it. Depends what tools you use. I actually write most of my stuff in Claude because it's better for content creation. Plus, I've already generated projects that have all the keywords and everything built in, so it's a lot more optimized than just using the free version. These are things we can work on later, but just so you know, and I can find a way to get you access to certain tools if you need them. So in here, one thing just to check all the articles if you wanted to go through is make sure at a minimum they have no red check marks. And something too to solve this and make it even easier is the shorter this is, the more likely you are to have less errors because it'll be, see now there's only one problem. And as you can see, it's radius versus Juvederm, and it's very syntactical, very semantically related. So you can see how now it'll be all set because it's the exact same, just that little tiny difference. And these are the types of things because the crawlers really are just machines with rules. So if you get this all set, this article will be better. Now we'll publish that, and I can track it. But with all these, if you wanted to go through and check for little issues like that, it would be worth the time. I think I'll do another recording and show you. I'd really like to interlink all the pages. But yes, if you were to open this, and you can either take the whole title and put it here and see what happens, or at least the first section, something, more of the smaller keyword of the whole thing, because that's a question. See, now it's all set. So you can go through the articles and try that. A lot of times this is more of like a secondary thing, and this is the keyword, because this is what somebody is going to type into Google. No one's going to type this, but everyone will ask a question. And now with voice search, you'll see this even more and more. So if you'd like to go through those blog articles, I will give you more blog articles to list if you have the time. Let me know if you find this type of information useful.